Good evening, Fernley residents, City Council, and staff. I'm Neal McIntyre, your newly elected mayor for the City of Fernley. This evening, I will present the State of the City Address. Over the last 22 years, City Council and staff have developed this city from a town with a population of 8,600 to over 23,000 residents. They have made Fernley a place that people and businesses, large and small, want to live, work, and play. I would like to take time to thank all former mayors and past council members in directing and moving Fernley to where it is today. I want to also give my deepest gratitude to the City of Fernley staff, former and current, who have been working hard to execute the priorities of the goals of the City Council. I strive to continue to be an ethical and transparent government. We are proud to say we are in total compliance with the state entity's regulation of ethics and transparency. We had 0 open meeting law violations and ethics complaint. We had 0 judgments against the City of Fernley. We will continue to work to be the most professional city in the state on ethics and openness. As I take over at the helm, we will continue down a path prior council have set before the city and make communication a priority. I believe it is very important to show our residents how we are spending their tax dollars so they understand where we are working and what we are accomplishing. I want to increase internal communication and teamwork in my executive branch internally. There is a new enthusiasm at City Hall, and to be frank, I want to capitalize on that by creating Team Fernley. Right now, that's just a framework for the department heads to share their experiences and best practices. But I think it's going to lay a foundation for the city's leadership future. Your department heads are an amazing team. I will continue to update all my staff and employees at the city regularly and work with them to build our future here. Let me tell you some of the projects we're working on. Budget, an important responsibility your city council possesses. It is to review, discuss, approve the city budget. In this process, council decides where to allocate taxpayers' money and the operation and maintenance of our city, including new initiatives. In May, council approved a $49 million budget. A $49 million budget provides for ongoing operations in the general fund, the water enterprise fund, the sewer enterprise fund, and capital projects. Handling the public's money is a critical responsibility the City of Fernley takes seriously. In doing so, over the course of the fiscal year 2022, the financial department received a clean audit opinion from the city's audit firm with no findings and received the Government Finance Officers Association Achievement for Excellence in Financing Reporting. Despite changes in the economy, the City of Fernley continues to grow. Last year, the building department issued 125 single-family dwelling permits, a small decrease from 2021. The building department also issued 8 new commercial structure permits with a validation of over $152 million. The building department completed and reviewed insurance of all building inspections required for the Mark IV Building A project that is now occupied by tenant Redwood Materials. 9 buildings at Fremont Street Apartments project and issued a certificate of occupancy, greatly increasing the number of working wage housing available in our city. We are excited to see the event center open in the city. The event center at the Meadows at Inglewood was issued a certificate of occupancy this year. The building department continues to process and conduct tenant inspections as businesses move into their new commercial buildings. And as a city, we continue to see interest from developers wanting to move forward with industrial, commercial, and housing developments. The city's code enforcement officers provide for safety, health, and welfare of the citizens living and working in the neighborhoods throughout the city of Fernley, though enforcement of building, zoning, housing, environmental, nuisance, and other codes and ordinances. Although we do not have a full-time code enforcement staff, your departments still work very hard every day to make our community a great place to live, work, and play. In 2022, your building code enforcement team received and investigated 450 citizen complaints, which resulted in tagging 164 vehicles and towing 69 off our city streets. The engineering department, one of the unsung heroes working at City Hall, is the engineering department with a staff of only 7. The engineering team has done some wonderful work for the city. The Sage Tank project was completed and completed under budget. This water tank had a full interior and exterior recoat. This included all tank repairs, vent rehabilitation, and a new halo was installed. The tank was finished with the beautiful City of Fernley mural. The Green Valley Park reconstruction project was completed. The Green Valley Park reconstruction got 3 new gazebos, one 28-foot gazebo located in a large portion of the park, and the other 2 12-foot square gazebos, each located on each side of the dog park. There is now a walking path that runs along the perimeter of the park. A new restroom facility was installed closer to the existing playground. The US 50A/95A sanitary sewer improvements, Phase 1 project was completed. This was an emergency project that was started when the existing main failed. The project replaced 140 lineal feet of sewer main, a steel casing that crossed the TCID canal. An annual pavement maintenance project was completed with a final cost of $1.2 million, extending the lives of over 20 miles of our roads and multi-purpose pathways. Public Works is largely responsible for making our community run smoothly and is critical in creating positive civic experiences. The Fernley Public Works Department contains 10 divisions, including utilities, water distribution, water treatment plant, wastewater, fleet, vector, cemetery, streets and storm drains, parks and facilities. The Public Works team is one of those departments at City Hall that is a well-oiled machine. They come to work every day and deliver amazing work sometimes we don't see or appreciate, such as having water come out of our taps and flushing your toilets. They continue to be amazing by providing services needed within our community. Here are some of the 2022 stats from the Public Works team. January 1st to December 31st, water distribution has repaired or upgraded 89 water leaks. Big leaks and small leaks. That's a lot of evacuation with no injuries. This division is on call 24/7, even on holidays. They're a good, solid team who puts their head down and works until the job is done and is done right. Water distribution wells produced over 1.4 billion gallons of water in 2022. The yearly fleet division operation delivered 811 completed work orders despite shortages of parts and supplies. The acquisition of new vehicles has helped to reduce repairs and maintenance in the fleet. The streets division replaced damaged damaged culverts, preventing street cave-ins. Several of these culverts were upsized. The wastewater division this year continued to focus its efforts cleaning the entire city's sewer collection system while also keeping up with routine checks and maintenance of our equipment. The division accomplished their goals of cleaning a large portion of the city's gravity collection system, totaling 7.8 miles of main line. Fernley City Council set a water management as a top priority in 2015 and 2016. Council directed staff to prioritize and design for construction of a delivery structure for surface water from the TCID canal to Fernley's water treatment plant. This project, the surface water conveyance project, is underway. The canal outtake, conveyance, and pump house construction has begun and is expected to be completed and tested by the end of spring of this year. In short, this project brings water from the canal to our water treatment plant, ensuring we have water for our future. The Parks Division continues to be plagued by vandalism over the course of the year of 2022, especially at the Eagle's Nest Park. Staff removed the turf and installed DG and fixed the fencing at that park. The Fernley Cemetery crew continued to install base for roadways and work with plot owners to install curbing around, further beautifying a place where their loved ones rest. As your mayor, I will move forward in completing small and large improvement projects that create a more livable and attractive community that the residents will be proud of. Collaboration is critical for the city, especially with a limited budget. The city has developed and maintained great working partnerships over the past few years, which have resulted in very positive actions. And I will continue to build with these relationships and create new ones to further the priorities and goals of Fernley. I am developing relationships with Lyon County Sheriff, the Lyon County School District, and the Fire District to share important information and initiatives that affect our community. The city continues to work towards a resolution for the issue of canal lining. The Bureau of Reclamation began the project to line the canal for approximately 3.5 miles centered on the intersection of the canal and US 95A, extending east and west. The city has taken every legal step possible to protect our water resources. The impacts to groundwater recharge are unknown at this time. However, the city is monitoring this recharge closely and will determine potential steps as we move forward in 2023. As mayor, I believe communication is the key. This evening, I am reaching out to the community to share how we are moving forward in hiring a city manager. We are in the midst of identifying and hiring a city manager who shares my vision and someone who will help me get things done. I realize hiring a chief administrator is making an investment in our community is one of the most important responsibilities I have as mayor, so I will approach this task methodically, one step at a time. As we move into 2023, under my leadership, we will make changes that are more responsive to residents' needs with emphasis on issues that I feel is hindering the city: the Fernley Lands Bill, infrastructure, the community center, and the Nevada Pacific Parkway Project raised grant. As you know, the city of Fernley is experiencing unprecedented growth, and the Fernley Lands Bill is critically needed for our future. With the lack of available land of 12-plus acre plots, we are increasingly unable to provide not only economic development opportunities, but more importantly, adequate workforce and affordable housing. This land bill is from the city and for the city. The bill is a result of the city continuing to grow and will support the diversification of the state economy. We believe this bill has been thoroughly vetted and captures the conservation aspect while at the same time provides a resource, land, Fernley. Infrastructure, we don't want to just talk about infrastructure projects. We want to get them done. The infrastructure project we will complete in 2023 are the Cottonwood Lane Rehabilitation and Reconstruction Project, the Surface Water Conveyance Project, the Farm District Road Lift Station and Grit Chamber Removal Project, and the Main Street Beautification Projects. The City of Fernley and Project partners will continue moving forward with development of the Community Resource and Resource Center. The city has partnered with the Fernley Community Foundation and the Boys and Girls Club of Truckee Meadows to develop the program and services that will be housed in the community center, which provides self-sustaining long-term programs to services to our community. The city has been working on this project for over a year now, and we are committed to move forward and finally start to build something. This project is expected to bring over 150 construction jobs, from earth moving to roofing, and at least 20 permanent jobs once fully constructed. I've reached out to Governor Lombardo, State Senator Titus, Senator Rosen, State Assembly Koenig, to secure funding for the full construction of this project. I will not stop until this building is fully funded and constructed. In fact, tonight, our consultants will present a project update to council and residents, so stay tuned for that one. Nevada Pacific Parkway Project Raise Grant. Under my leadership, Team Fernley will work closely with U.S. Department of Transportation and our partner, Mark IV Capital, to execute the Raise Grant from the Nevada Pacific Parkway Extension Project. The Raise Grant represents the largest single grant award in the history of the city. This project is a great example of how a public-private partnership can work and move large projects when working together. As mayor, I will not stop fighting for our fair share of the C-tax. Moving forward, we're looking into accurately calculating how much C-tax is generated by Fernley. We are also embarking on a revenue and expense study to determine what services Fernley may want to provide that it currently does not. A good understanding of the expense required to provide certain services will be important to determine the revenue levels the city will need to sustain those services. These are two big steps towards addressing the C-tax inequities. Currently, city staff is working on a budget, and it will be presented to council and the residents in April. As your mayor, along with your council, we will focus on stabilizing the city's budget. It is our mission to represent the citizens of Fernley and to serve in the best interest of all citizens in the city of Fernley. In conclusion, as your mayor, leader, and chief executive, I will continue to lead our community, and I am excited about the future of the city of Fernley. The people who live, work, and play here. The people of Fernley deserve the best from the city hall. We are off and running. I could not be more excited to walk down the roads with the citizens of Fernley into the future. At the end of the day, there's a lot of work ahead of us, and I am hopeful and excited to move forward. Citizens of Fernley, I want to thank you for voting me into this position as your mayor of the great city of Fernley. Thank you.